Welcome back. In this class, let's continue with the topic of history. Now let's discuss about the Indus Valley Civilization. Okay? Indus Valley Civilization. When was this civilization built? Now let's see. When was the civilization built? It was there between around 2500 BCE to 1900 BCE. Right? From around 2500 BCE to 1900 BCE. Clear? This is the timeline of Indus Valley Civilization. Now let's see where is this Indus Valley Civilization located. Okay, now come to the map. So this green colored area is the Indus Valley Civilization. So where can we see, in which countries can we see this Indus Valley Civilization mainly? So coming to that, this almost whole Pakistan and northwest India. So let's write here Pakistan, northwest of India, and northeast of Afghanistan.
Show them.
Okay. Afghanistan. So northwest of India means this part. Almost total Pakistan means this total part of this is Pakistan. So you can see the borders, right? So these are the borders, country borders present day, right? So northwest India, almost total Pakistan, and northeast of Afghanistan. This is Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India. Okay, so this is the location of Indus Valley Civilization. Now let's see from where did it get its name, Indus Valley Civilization. So as we know, this river, what is this river? This river is river Indus, right? This is river Indus. So as we can see, this whole civilization is situated on the banks of Indus. The major part is situated on the banks of river Indus. So this civilization is known as the Indus Valley Civilization. Okay, banks of Indus Valley Civilization. Now this Indus Valley Civilization, it is also known as the Harappan Civilization. What is it also called as? It is also called as the Harappan Civilization. Right? Now why is it called as the Harappan Civilization? Now why is it called as the Harappan Civilization? Because let's go back to 1921. Is it 1921? Yeah, 1921. In 1921, a person called John Marshall. What is his name? John Marshall. In the year 1921, he excavated this area. In this area, he excavated and he found the Indus Valley Civilization. In which year was this Indus Valley Civilization found? In the year 1921. Okay, by whom? John Marshall. Okay. So where did he find, actually where did he excavate? Here. Now actually in that period of Indus Valley Civilization, this was the Harappa, city of Harappa. So let's write here. So this is Harappa. Okay. Harappa. Right. So as this whole Indus Valley Civilization was first excavated in the city of Harappa, this civilization is also known as Harappan Civilization. Clear? As this first where excavated is the Harappa, so Harappan Civilization. So now we have completed the location, the period where Indus Valley Civilization was there, and also how did it get the name. Okay, now as I revealed a city, Harappa, let's also look at the major cities in the Indus Valley Civilization. Right? Let's look at the major cities of the Indus Valley Civilization. So let's write them here. First, as we know, Harappa. First, let's write the names. Then we go to the location. Okay. So first Harappa, then Mohenjo-daro. These two are the major, very important cities in the Indus Valley Civilization. And also we find Lothal, then Sutka gender, Surkotada, Kalibangan, Banawal, and Dholavira. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Actually, here I said only 8 major cities, but actually, according to our calculations, there were 1056 cities in the Indus Valley civilization. 1056 cities. So thus we can say that Indus Valley civilization is an advanced civilization, right? So now let's learn this location of these 8 major cities. Okay, so let's come to the map. As I said, so as I have located, this is the Harappa city. Where is Harappa located? As we know, what is the river? Ravi? Ravi or Bias? What is it?
Ravi.
Yeah, Ravi. Okay. What is the river Ravi? Ravi is a left bank. Ravi is one of the left bank tributaries of the river Indus, right? Remember? So this is Ravi. So where is Harappa situated? Harappa is situated on the banks of river Ravi. Okay. Harappa is situated on the banks of river Ravi. Now coming to the next city, which is Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro, it is situated right here. This is Mohenjo-daro. So where shall we write? Okay, let's drag here. This is Mohenjo-daro. Then coming to here in Pakistan only, this is Sutka-Jender, right?
Tick there. City
Yeah, okay.
completed.
So Harappa finished, Mohenjo-daro finished, now Sutka-Jender also finished. Where are these major cities situated? In Pakistan. Now let me ask you a question. As I said, these two are the major, very important cities in Indus Valley civilization. We have to know that which is south and which is north, right? Comparing to both of them. Now, which is north and which is south? By seeing the map, you can say that Harappa is in the north and Mohenjo-daro is in the south. If we draw a line, we can say that which is north, which is south. Okay? Harappa is in the north, Mohenjo-daro is in the south. Now, let's look at the major cities, the remaining cities major cities in India. Right? Now, first come here. This is Banavali. And this is Kalibangan. Where is Kalibangan located? Kalibangan is located in the Rajasthan and Banavali is situated in Punjab. Okay, Banavali and Kalibangan, right? Both of them are also completed. Now let's finish the 1, 2, 3, remaining 3. So these 3 we find in Gujarat. So to the south we find Lothal. To your information, Lothal is a seaport. Okay, at that time it was a major seaport. And here in the middle we find Surkotada, and here near the run of Kutch we find Dholavira. Right? Dholavira finished, Surkotada finished, and Lothal finished. Total 8 also completed. The location also completed. Which are among these 8 which are situated in the Pakistan? Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, and Sutka-Jender. Right? The remaining are situated in India. Right? Clear about the cities and location and also the name. How did it get? Right? Now let's look at, as I said, the cities. Now let's look how were the cities. How are the cities?
City structure.
Yeah, city structure, city mind map. As we know in the Sumerian civilizations, as we have learnt that Sumerian civilizations, here in the middle of the whole city, here we find what do we call? Yeah, ziggurat. And here we find palaces. Here government workers, and here common people. And here we find the wall which protects the city, right? But coming to the city structure in Indus Valley civilization, this is totally changed. This won't be like this. The city structure of Indus Valley civilization won't be like this. It will be like...
Use red color.
Okay. Now, if we think this is the city border. This is the city border. Now let's divide this city into two parts, not equal, definitely not equal. One is the smaller one is the larger one. Now you have to remember that the larger one is the lower town As this is the larger one, this is the lower town. Larger part is lower town and the smaller part is upper town. Right? Upper town is smaller part and lower town is larger part. Okay, upper town. So we
Use
have
arrow mark. Use arrow mark.
yeah, okay. Upper town this one and lower town is this one. Yeah, the other name of upper town is citadel. We can also call citadel.
Right, large.
Okay. So citadel you also find. So now let's write the like important points. What do we find there? So coming to lower town.
Write down city structure in the middle. What are that? What is the city structure?
Okay, city structure. Right? City
Structure.
Structure. Okay. Structure. Right. So this is the city structure of Indus Valley civilization. So this is the upper town and this is the lower town. Which is larger? Lower town is larger. Now coming to the points, important points of lower town, coming to the specialities of lower town. Here we find common people living. Common people live here. Right? Common people will live here in the lower town. And also here we find domestic public buildings and also drains. Right, domestic public buildings. As I said, domestic and public buildings, what are they built of? So they are built of burnt bricks. They used burnt bricks to build these public and domestic buildings. Okay, and also coming to the streets. The main streets of this lower town are they followed a pattern grid. You know a grid, right? Grid is nothing but all the lines, straight lines which cut each other at 90-degree angle. So this we call a grid, right? Yeah. So these are the specialties of lower town. Now coming to upper town. As I said, it is also called as the citadel. So and as I have drawn a border here, this boundary is built with a wall. It is a built wall. So these two are separated by a wall. Okay. Coming to the upper town, the specialities of upper town. Here, as this is upper town, this is higher than the lower town. What do I mean? I mean this is situated on the brick platform.
Pen.
Yeah, okay.
Pen.
Pen, please. Okay. So this is situated on the platform of bricks, mud bricks. Right? Brick platform. So this is not situated on the brick platform, and here whatever the buildings are there, they are situated on the brick platform. So that we can say upper town is higher than the lower town. So this is an important point. And also here we find the Great Bath in the city of Mohenjo-daro. In the citadel we also find the Great Bath. Now what is Great Bath? Great Bath is the place where people bath. And here also we find the assembly, the granary, and also workshops. Workshop. Right? So these are the specialities of upper town. Now which is higher? Upper town or lower town? Upper town, right? Why? It is situated on a brick platform. Right? Now which area is larger? Lower town is larger. Yeah?
Where do you find Great Bath? Which city?
Yeah, in Mohenjo-daro. So,
Right here, brackets.
Mohenjo-daro. Right. So these are the specialities, and this is the city structure of Indus Valley civilization.
Or
right?
you can say town planning.
Yeah. Also mind map or town planning. So now let's look at trading. How did the people in the Indus Valley civilization trade? With whom did they trade? So coming to trading, so let's make a mind map trade sketch. Yeah. So let's say like trade and transport. Now let's look at trade and transport. Right. Now trade and transport. With whom did they trade? They mainly traded with Mesopotamia. As we know, Mesopotamia also here. So this area is the Mesopotamia. Right. This is the Mesopotamian area. So they also traded with Mesopotamia, and for trading and transport purpose, they used bullock carts, boats and bullock carts. Okay. Yeah, boats and bullock carts they use it, and also they have a trade relations. They have trade relations with trade relations with whom? With the coastal regions of Persia. Now, what is Persia? Persia is today Iran. So, where is Iran? Here. So, they also have trade relations with the coastal regions of Iran. Right? So, in that olden days, we can say Persia. Right? Persia and also Mesopotamia. Right? Coastal regions of Persia and Mesopotamia. Right? Yeah. So, this is about trade and transport. You know, they used boats and they traveled like this and they traded with them, with both of them, the coastal regions of Iran and the Mesopotamian civilization. So this is about the trade and transport.
Do they extended trade up to Crete?
Yeah. Also, we also believe that experts also believe that their trading also expanded their trade. What do we call that? Yeah, their trade relations also expanded up to Egypt and Crete. Right? Now, where is Egypt? Here we find Egypt and here we find Crete. Right? So, this is about the trade and transport. So, now we don't need this map from now. Right. Now, let's look at advanced technology. What about their technology? Was it advanced or just like Stone Age? So they used advanced technology. Their technology was advanced. So advanced technology. Yeah. So advanced technology. So what can we write? Yeah. So these people who were living in the Indus Valley civilization, they were the first people to measure length, mass and also time. They are the first people to measure length, mass or time. So time, we also said that in the Sumerians, they were the first people to, they developed the concept of time with 60, right? 60 seconds, 1 minute, 60 minutes, 1 hour, just like that. So time, they just developed the concept. These people, they measured it accurately. Perfect accurately, they measured length, mass and time. Right? And also, here we found the first evidence. Here we found the first evidence of dentistry. Right? Dentistry. So we can say here we found the first evidence of drilling human teeth in a living person. That is nothing but dentistry. Now what is dentistry? As we can say that there were dentists also. There were dentists also in this period of Indus Valley civilization. Right? And also here this period which where Indus Valley civilization was there, that period is also known as the Bronze period, right? So bronze is a metal, right? So these people also have an idea about metallurgy, right? Now as I said, metallurgy, they produced ornaments of brass, tin, lead, bronze, copper, etc. Right? They produced ornaments of brass, tin, lead, and bronze, etc. So as I said, this is a bronze period, so they should have made something special with bronze. So what did they make? They made a statue which was of 10.5 centimeters high, just so small. The statue name is Dancing Girl. The Dancing Girl. Right? What was the height of it? It was 10.5 centimeters, so small one. Okay, of which was it made? It was made of bronze. Right? Dancing Girl statue of 10.5 centimeters, and it was made of bronze. So in which city was this statue found? It was found in the city of Mohenjo-daro. Right? It was found in the city of Mohenjo-daro. Right. Now we can say that as I said, advanced technology, so their engineering skills should also be advanced, right? So how can we say their engineering skills were at its peak? How can we say? We can say that by seeing the docks constructed at Lothal. As I said, Lothal is a seaport situated in Gujarat, right? At that time, it was a seaport situated in Gujarat. So they built docks at Lothal. By seeing that, we can say that their engineering skills were at its peak, right? And yeah, that is about the advanced technology used by the people of Indus Valley civilization. Clear? Right. Now, let's move on to writings. What did they write? What did we find by their writings? So, to say sadly, it still remains a mystery. It still remains a mystery, but I think we may never be able to find the writings. So, what are the evidence of writings? Here we have found over 2000 stone seals. Is that stone seals? Okay, yeah. Stone seals here were found, which were in quadrangular in shape. In which shape were they? They were in the shape of quadrangular. Right? They were in the shape of quadrangular. Right? And they used clay and stone tablets to write on. This where did we find this clay and stone tablets? We found them at the city of Harappa. They were unearthed at the city of Harappa, right? And yeah, we can also say that they contained trident and plant shaped structures. They contained trident and plant shaped structures. So do we know them? No, we don't even know them. They still remain a mystery. Right? And also these writings, they consisted of short strings. So some experts say that these short strings, they represented sound, and some experts say that these short strings, they represented a letter, right? Or letter or picture, right? So some say that they represented sound, some say that they represented a letter or picture. So some experts say that these writings which were written by the Indus Valley civilization people, they were older than the Sumerian writings. Right? Some experts say that these writings were earlier than the Sumerian writings. As we have discussed, Sumerians people are the first to write. So some experts think that these writings are earlier than Sumerians. That means these are the first. Right? So here these writings of Indus Valley civilization, we found them in amulets, in making amulets, pottery. In amulets we found, in pottery we found, and also on copper tablets. Right? Copper tablets. So this is it about writings. Sadly, it remains a mystery till now. Right. Now we have discussed everything about the Indus Valley civilization. Now, is the Indus Valley civilization present till today? No, it has disappeared. So end of IVC. What is IVC? Indus Valley civilization. Indus Valley civilization. End of IVC. So how did this Indus Valley civilization, such great civilization, end? We actually don't know, but some people think that a great disease, an infectious disease, a disease came and everyone was infected and everyone died, just like the coronavirus nowadays. An infectious disease affected everyone and everyone died. Some people think like that. And also some people think that Aryans. Who are Aryans now? Aryans are the Indo-European tribe from Central Asia. These Aryans, some people think that these Aryans came to invade the area of Indus Valley civilization, thus declining this IVC. Right? And also some people think that there was increase in personal violence. Right? All people fought each other and they all died. And others think that a great drought occurred. A great drought occurred in the region of IVC, and due to this drought, the trading with the Mesopotamian civilization, the Mesopotamia region, it was declined. So thus declination of the IVC too. So these are the theories of IVC ending. So how did this IVC has ended? We don't know till now. So this is about the Indus Valley civilization.